Sorry about the changes in lighting. I was relying on some sunlight, just went behind a cloud. Let's meet at the library. Okay. Hey everyone, it's Julia and welcome to my channel, Shakespeare and Such. Whew, feels good to say that. Let's make the excuses as short as possible. I graduated. That's exciting. I finished student teaching. That's exciting. I had a job interview today. That's exciting. Just a lot of stuff has been happening. So all this exciting stuff has been happening. I was in California for a week, but also the last time I tried to film a video, I didn't realize until I was completely done with it that I was having mic problems and the sound was coming in and out and there was just nothing I could do to fix it. So even though I have not posted a video in months, thank you to those of you who are going to watch this and who have stayed subscribed to me despite no content to be subscribed to. You're cool. So to keep things simple, because it's been a while, we are going to kick things off with my May wrap-up. I was able to read 3.5 books in the month of May, and the first of which was one I was incredibly excited for, The Devil I Know by Bess Richards. Bess actually contacted me herself really sweetly, asked me if I was interested in reading her book, and after hearing the synopsis and that the main character's name is Julia, I couldn't resist. So she sent me this copy, which was so kind. She signed it to me, and I just really appreciate her reaching out, so thank you, Bess. This book for me was a lot of high highs and low lows. The basic premise of this story is that the main character, Julia, loses her husband in a shooting. It's just kind of a freak accident. And then a few months later, she meets this man, Adrian, who she's initially not too interested in, but they end up being together. She finds out that he has a connection to her husband's death, and things kind of set in motion from there. I thought this book was a lot of what I wasn't expecting. I mean, firstly, I made it about a third of the way through, and I was like, they're way too in love. How is this already happening? What's the rest of the book going to be? Turns out there was a lot more to it than I had expected, and that part that I wasn't expecting was great. Because turns out I didn't like Adrian at all. I kind of hated him a lot. In fact, without Adrian, I probably would have loved this book. Yeah, he's not my kind of love interest at all. I don't like love interests who are controlling, who don't listen to their partner, who are selfish, just all of that stuff. I mean, literally none of that sounds appealing, right? We can agree? Yeah, that was Adrian, and I didn't like it. So, about halfway through the book, things take a turn. And they took a turn that got me so excited. And from there until about the last 10% of the book, I was living. That, second half of the book, it was great. I could not put it down. I just wanted to keep reading. But overall, based on the beginning and the ending, this book still only gets about 3 stars from me, actually. Let me see what I said on Goodreads. So overall, I did end up giving this book 3 out of 5 stars. There was a lot that I really enjoyed about it, and some parts that I didn't enjoy so much. I do have a full review on Goodreads if you'd like a full breakdown of my thoughts on the plot, the characters, because they're doozies, the pacing, writing, and my general enjoyment. So if that's what you're interested in, I will have that linked down below. The next book that I read in the month of May was actually an audiobook, and I listened to To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I was really excited about this one because To Kill a Mockingbird is a required reading book from my honors English class, freshman year of high school. So that was literally about 10 years ago for me, and I'm going to be honest, I skimmed it. I know I didn't finish that book. I really, truly know I didn't. But I do know that it is kind of a staple, an American classic, so I did want to give it a genuine reread. And I really enjoyed it. I was so happy and relieved to find out that I like it. Overall, I gave the book about 4.6 out of 5 stars. I really love Scout and Jem, the children main character, Atticus as well, their father. Oh my god, do I have to say what To Kill a Mockingbird is about? Some people haven't read it. Some people, like that person wasn't me a month ago. To Kill a Mockingbird is about a family living in the South in like the 1930s-ish. And it is about their father and his court case where he's defending a black man, and the children growing up and their neighbors and school and a bunch of random stuff. Mostly about, like, it has a lot of important themes about, like, racism and being nice to people. So if you're into being nice to people, you might enjoy this story. I do not have a full review yet up on my Goodreads, but I do definitely intend to write one. I thought this book was very enjoyable, and yeah, I definitely recommend it. Oh, and if you are not someone who enjoys physical books, or if you're like me and you drive around a lot, and that's a good opportunity for you to listen to audiobooks, the version I listened to was wonderful. Sissy Spacek was the narrator, and she did great. So, would recommend that. Why am I finger gunning anyone? The third book that I finished in the month of May was Next Year for Sure by Zoe Lee Peterson. This book I got as an e-arc through NetGalley, so thanks NetGalley. And I enjoyed it. It's a weird one for me to talk about because I've actually been reading it for a long time, even though it's not that long of a book. But it just doesn't have, like, oh my god, the mail truck is here and I'm expecting packages. Okay, I'm going to keep talking about it. The pacing was just not something that makes you want to fly through the story, even though it's pretty short overall. But I did enjoy it too. So I did end up giving Next Year for Sure about 3 stars. I think my actual averaged rating was 3.1 stars out of 5, but that's pretty specific. Again, this is one that I will be writing a full review on and breaking down all those parts, but I forgot the synopsis. I'm bad at booktube now. Maybe I was always bad. Next Year for Sure is about a couple named Chris and Catherine, and they are perfect together, and they've been together for nearly a decade, dating, and then one day Chris says, wow, I have a crush on this girl I met, and Catherine says, okay, go for it. So it's a lot about their relationship becoming kind of an open relationship, kind of a discussion on polyamory. It was interesting. I definitely enjoyed the characters. Chris in particular I found so relatable. If you are like a homebody like me, you will get Chris. He's very introverted. He needs his time to like recharge and be by himself. Though Catherine I liked a lot as well, and there were some side characters who I found really entertaining. So I mean, it wasn't a bad story by any means. It just didn't like... I think it'll end up being forgettable to me. You know what I mean? Which is kind of a bummer, because I liked it, I just didn't love it. And because I've read so few books in the month of May, I might as well talk about what I'm currently reading. I am halfway through King's Cage. Okay. I know that Red Queen got so much hype on BookTube, and then everyone read Glass Sword, and they were like, never mind. I enjoy this series. I really like Victoria Aveyard. Cal owns my heart. And also there's just like a lot of interesting characters. And I like powers. Like I really like the X-Men, so I feel like it reminds me of that. I don't know. Ooh. I'm stressed. Oh, I got like a smudgy. Yep, very stressed about the going-ons in here. It's a big book. This thing's like 500 pages, which I know there's like a lot of fantasy readers out there on BookTube who are like, 500 pages? That's the shortest novel in this series. but it's a lot. I don't normally get to books that are about 500 pages. So, yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna go get that package. Okay, I'm so excited. My LitJoy crate just arrived. Mine was delayed for unknown reasons because these ship on like the 20th. It's the last day of the month. But this means that I can film an unboxing right after this. So I'm going to sign off of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video, comment, tell me some of the books that you read in May, or if you're interested or have any thoughts or feelings on the books that I've read in May. Yeah, please subscribe if you're so inclined, and you'll see more of me soon. Actually, for real this time, because I'm filming 2 videos in a row. Okay, bye!